Welcome to the Make and Design Podcast. I'm your host, Carina Gardner. On this podcast, we're unraveling the everyday joys and dilemmas of design, making, and business. For makers who want to be designers and for designers who are makers, this is your inside scoop to help you grow your business and bring more creativity to your life. Third episode, and I have a co-host with you. This is my little sister, Kim.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me, Carina.
And hopefully she'll come on once in a while because we had originally considered doing a podcast together, but then we decided to do them separately and come together once in a while on both of our podcasts.
Yes, we thought it would be kind of fun to...
Okay, and let's also talk about the fact, so some of you are listening on the podcast, but some of you are watching this on YouTube. I just want you to know that we were considering not taping this because holy awkward. Like, I feel like I need a pillow behind me.
Well, it's a deep couch. You have a deep couch,
well,
Carina.
It's like not
so then
a
you
good
can't
couch.
Go all the way back or something.
Anyway, okay, the bottom line
It's great.
is if you're watching on YouTube, we're doing our best to look comfortable, but we're not. We're not comfortable. Okay? But we were actually wanting to talk about something that we've been talking about. In fact, we were just talking about it a second ago.
Yeah.
But we want to talk to you about the 3 ways that you can take, like, you're trading time for money, right? So, like, all of us don't have time and all of us don't have money. That's my feeling. Do you have time and money? Maybe you're the exception to the rule.
No.
Okay, so it's like you're making a trade-off all the time, right? And so, like, one of our goals is to trade some money and get some time back. We're always looking for ways to get a little time back. So if you have a business, and Kim has Etsy businesses and
and
online.
then selling courses as well.
Yeah, so she actually just barely hired someone, so we'll talk more about that in a bit. And I've hired a few people in the past, and currently I have some people who work for me. So let's talk about the number one thing. I think the first thing you should do if you're trading time for money. Did I say that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that I think you should be doing is looking for software. I remember the first time I realized like had an aha moment, and that's every day I was posting on Instagram, and you're looking for your photo and getting it all set up or whatever. And I had an employee at the time who was like, why don't we use Hootsuite? And by the way, this is not an ad for Hootsuite. I don't even use them anymore. But like at the time, that's what she suggested. And I was like, she was my social media manager. I was like, yeah, okay. So she did it. She set it all up. And then suddenly I was like, wait 1 second here. Software literally is like another employee. Like, software can like take away all of these constraints. And so I use a lot of different softwares right now. I have a phone scheduler. I have a video scheduler. I have, what do you have? I'm trying to think what else I have. What are you
I don't
using?
know. Like, I definitely use like social media, Tailwind. I mean, there's other
Tailwind,
things.
like Pinterest type things.
Even I used to use Cozy to coordinate with my husband, like our schedules.
We did
and
too.
Stuff.
We used Cozy for a little while as well.
Yeah.
I think we tried also Google Calendars. That also didn't work. Anyway, we ended up back on iCalendar.
Just for like the family schedule. That's what we're talking about.
But
so you can communicate less and everyone's on the same page and.
Yeah, I just think, like, in our little businesses, especially if they're small, very often...
Communicate better. Better is what I
see how it goes with you, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the point is, though, like, I think a lot of people are afraid to put money in software when the truth is software is a great way to
make your life easier.
Yeah, and so
simplify.
And so once again, you have to think of it as an employee. I could spend $19 a month on this employee, or I could hire someone to do all of this for me. Like, I'm thinking of, so I actually
be like
use
a personal assistant or something.
Yeah, I actually use Planoly right now, and it's actually really helpful because then I'll sit down at the beginning of the month. I put down all my photos. I usually don't type in what I'm going to type. I usually do that the day of, but I have all the photos ready to go. So then all I have to do is click and go, well, that's like a social media manager, but I'm spending only, I don't even know how much it is, $17 a month. It's like, it's not
so much more reasonable to buy the software.
Yeah, so I would say before hiring employees, like, make sure that you can software out every piece of your business. I feel like all I do is software. I spend a lot of money on software right now.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
It is.
Totally worth it. So, okay, software.
It'll help organize your life, and then it gives you back more time.
Yeah.
In the end.
All right, so our second thing is, I'm going to let Kim announce.
Well, should we talk about hiring then?
No. Let's talk about...
Okay. So the second thing we were going to talk about
I see what you're saying. Sorry.
So the second thing we'll just talk about is how paying for coaching and courses can actually help you level up.
Yeah. And I think that's, like, once again, this is a time for money thing. Like, if you want to spend a lot of time, like, I teach design courses. If you want to do it for free on the internet, I actually do tons of free stuff. It will take you a very long time to do. But if you take my courses, you will get through it much, much quicker, right? Same with, like, I pay into coaching. I pay into courses because if I want to learn to do something, I'm like, let me get it done quick. Because if I can start making money on that quickly, then that is the way to go. Like, I want to hurry it up, right?
Right. And I've been to a lot of different, I don't know, coaches and stuff as well. I've been to people's blogs and stuff. And sometimes I realize, and I've seen this taught as well from other coaches, that sometimes people just want you to roll up, even though the information is out there free. You could learn how to do anything on YouTube. The information on Google, it's free. You can learn how to do anything. But paying for a course just puts it all organized, puts it all neatly, and you're able to... I'm losing my track of there's someone walking over here. I keep looking. And I'm like, husband. Is it a kid? I don't know.
No, it's
my daughter's in the next room.
He had to see what we were doing.
No, it's totally fine. I just want to make sure it's not one of my kids coming upstairs. But because all our kids are here.
We're secretly like videotaping this and trying to film this while our children are downstairs.
Yes,
irresponsible parenting.
But back to the courses and coaching and stuff. Like, really, I think you pay for that for obviously the information that they're giving you, but also for the accountability. I feel like if I pay for something, I bought into it, and now I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to follow through with it. I hold myself more accountable. I know that I paid for it. I'm going to get something out of it. So I feel like you do better. You do more, and you are more productive, and it's that accountability factor.
You don't want to look stupid.
Yeah.
Let's just face it. Like, when you go to that, like, next phone call or the next meeting, you're like, I don't want to be the person who didn't, like,
you're
follow
prepared,
up on my
you're organized,
goals.
yes. And you want to say that you've moved the needle in your business. So you just work so much harder, I feel like.
All right, let's talk about number 3, time for money.
Yeah.
Which is just plain employees.
Just going ahead and hiring someone to help you out.
Now, we've done both. Wait, have you ever had any contract employees?
That's no.
So I'm going to say that I love, like, outsourcing contract employees. Like, it's one of my most favorite things ever. So if you have a chance to do that, like, that's the way to start, especially if you have never done, like, you have to set up W-9s and W-2s for your employees and all that other good stuff. And if you don't have a good accountant, which, believe me, you need a good accountant, oh gosh, I can't even talk, to help you get going, then that's going to be difficult. Whereas if you use Fiverr or Upwork or virtual assistance websites, OK Relax, I mean, like, there are all these places you can use that will get you employees, people that will help take some things off your plate, right?
Yeah, VAs, virtual assistants.
Yeah,
like,
so
there's tons
I think
of
that's
people.
level 1. Level 2 is you're starting to hire a whole team, right?
Yes.
And even then, you might not be able to hold on to those team members. I know when I did it, like, it was really hard to hold on to good ones, and you really had to let go of the bad ones, right? Mm-hmm. Kim just hired a new shipping person.
Yeah, and it sounds like so minimal, but, like, I work on Etsy, and so what I do is more specific and crafty, and like, it's going to be harder to find that specific person and who's going to want to work a little bit of part-time or whatever. But for someone to take over my shipping, that's, like, so easy. Like, that's easy to train, that anyone can do it. You don't even have to have a degree. Like, that's going to be an easier find for me than finding someone to, like, replace me.
Yeah. So. And I've hired junior designers before, and shipping managers, and I can't even remember.
I've hired people also when I made wood signs. Like, they actually stained, cut wood for me, did all those things. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you, Carina.
Anyway, so bottom line is, when you're trading time for money, if you are someone who desperately needs time and you have a little bit of money in your business, don't go all out at first. I think that was one of my problems I remember when I first started hiring. I just kind of went all out. I was just like, I need this, I need this, I need this. Instead of hiring slowly and adding more hours and making sure that the systems were in place to take care of everybody and make sure that everybody was good at their job, right?
Yeah. And evaluating what you need done so that you can, like, really figure out, like, what part do I need to give up to free myself time that's not going to I don't know, requires so much skill and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like, give up the easier stuff first.
Well, and that's why I'm saying, like, that's why you start with software.
That's where software can help
Software, you guys.
Yeah.
Software's like
so much good stuff out there.
Nobody ever, like, thinks of software as an employee. I do. I'm like, I will hire all the $19
and I'm like,
employees.
oh, all the machines? Those are my employees.
Yeah,
like, let's get all the machines going.
So, I mean, think about, like, all the things that in your business can save you a little bit of time. And that will make us both happy if you can get to that place where life is a little bit easier. So,
yeah.
All right.
I love it, Carina.
I think we're done for the day. If you want to learn more about my courses, you can find them at carinagardnercourses.com. If you want to learn more about Kim, she is still working on stuff, so she will be back hosting more, and she will tell you about her boot camps.
But you can find me at kimcrafts.com.
Oh, I forgot. There you go, you guys.
There you go.
I should have just let her introduce herself.
That's okay. That's okay.
So, kimcrafts.com.
Thanks for having me, Carina. It was so fun chatting with you.
Okay. See you later. Hey, did you know that you can visit me at makeanddesign.com to learn more about this podcast and join my VIP group for weekly freebies? I can't wait to see you there.